Hello everyone. Today's content is mainly focused on the second part through the various applications to see how we can help you better with our LoRaWAN-based products. Milesight, a global artificial intelligent IoT solution provider. Why we specially focus on LoRa among LP1 technologies. Differentiators and benefits of LoRaWAN are listed here for you. The first thing is the flexible deployment options that you have from a public or a private perspective. LoRaWAN is set up in a way where you can deploy low-cost infrastructure for public or private projects. The firmware updates over the air is something that LoRaWAN supports, which is something other competing technologies do not do, and it does have its own geolocation capabilities. We are bidirectional security, which is 128 AEAS encryption from the time the data leaves the device all the way till the time it's received and decoded on the application platform. One of the greatest part of the technology is actually the battery life. It has long life, literally around 10 plus years, and it does depend on how you configure your device, how many times you transmit the uplink, but overall, it gets really great life expectancy. The thing in most developed countries is being able to bring the coverage to areas where cellular coverage is poor or non-existent, especially in rural areas or even in the urban areas where the coverage is not reaching. Finally, the deep penetration, LoRaWAN, is great to penetrate concrete ground, steel, and the use case that we'll talk to shortly will actually demonstrate that capability. You can work it in smart agriculture, environment monitoring, measuring something for natural disaster prevention, and monitoring of industrial sites over long range. LoRaWAN is also really powerful in smart city use cases, monitoring buildings and also obviously supply chain, and smart metering. There are many, many different use cases in LoRaWAN. The versatility makes LoRaWAN really powerful. You can use it in many different verticals and areas. In LoRaWAN portfolio, we have sensors, gateways, and controllers for indoor and outdoor use. These LoRaWAN products have many features in common. Next, I want to introduce our LoRaWAN-based solutions in the indoor air quality monitoring solution. The indoor air quality solution is the hottest application because of the pandemic. Mandates in government, students in schools, employees in offices, they all need solutions for staying in school and office safely. Now, almost every building is equipped with a ventilation system or a building automation system. There is an obvious change happening in the building automation systems that is the convergence of healthy and well buildings. We used to think that a high-performance building was simply about sustainability and energy, cost saving, like it be LEED green certified or net zero energy, and very scientific space utilization. And now the concept like health, wellness, life cycle cost are bringing more influences to building automation solutions. And especially the COVID-19 pandemic enhanced this importance level. Indoor air quality monitoring can drive great changes to building automation systems through ventilation and air conditioning system. For example, air quality data can help the building automation system adjust ventilation rates through opening or closing dampers in different rooms. But there's another big difference in the HVAC operations. The indoor air quality monitoring is not just limited to temperature and humidity adjustment, fresh air ventilation, but more parameters need to be monitored, like volatile organic compounds and formaldehyde, for air supply dilution. For example, when you are diluting the air, the carbon dioxide is going to be at ambient levels. If you are not diluting the air by reducing the number of people in the spaces, you are going to get elevated carbon dioxide levels. But how can you know the exact density? And when there are some volatile organic compound products being used to clean, do you want to have a proxy to identify those volatile organic compound for you? And from the virus spreading perspective, air filtering mechanical is also mandatory in HVAC operations. We all know that MERV 13 is the minimum size that allows aerosol to be captured, an aerosol that might have a virus connected to it. So how can you know that your MERV 13 filters are well filtering the air? If there's a tracking device can help you through the way of monitoring PM 2.5, will it be more easier for you? So I think a tracking device can definitely help you assure that the mechanical changes you are facilitating actually are proven out. And another part, I think, is we talk about what's changing after we open the building or open the window. We have no accountability after the building is open. There's no cross-check. There's no inspection. There's no certification. The air inside the building is behaving the way it was intended to be. And that's the gap. And that LoRaWAN-based sensors can fill that gap for us. In some older buildings, we are not having an opportunity to measure or to monitor. And the LoRaWAN-based solution, these sensors are easier to deploy for this type of measurement then we upgrade the building automation system. Here's the real case from the island of Man in the UK. New air quality monitors from Milesight have been installed in Manx classrooms in a bid to make sure students can concentrate properly. As we moved into the pandemic and schools have struggled with a safe environment in some ways, what was safe wasn't really safe unless there was a screen. There was a dashboard where there could be monitoring and engagement and focus. You know, in buildings with central systems, people might have been less or more worried about the indoor air environment because early in the pandemic, everyone wanted to just open the windows and stay outside. So Milesight sensors are used in every classroom, even in the washroom, to measure if the fresh air through the filtration system made people comfortable that we could see the reaction on the screen of the tracker. I think that's beyond the capability of the conventional building automation system or building management systems, right? Base system wasn't going to be able to allow users to tune the building, but this IoT devices can quickly deployed everywhere you required to add more values to your building management systems, to upgrade your building management systems. So Milesight provides sensors that are connect with the Isle of Man LoRaWAN network. And it was the difference in schools being able to open safely or not, because it put in place through LoRa technology and then react with building systems to retrofit them to ensure a safe environment. There's a good article on it too by BBC News that goes into more detail. The above is just one of the many cases we have successfully deployed for indoor air quality monitoring. Here is another important case that's ongoing in Canadian schools. The government of Quebec initiated the deployment process for carbon dioxide sensors last year through a public tender. 4 different suppliers are sharing the order for the 90,000 sensors for a total cost of $80 million. Our partner ASEC Technology, hands with Milesight, that won the tender from the Ministry of Education for the Quebec region, and we will supply more than half of the sensors ordered by the government. So, Milesight AM104, 107 EM500 CO2, as well as the UG65 indoor LoRaWAN gateways are integrated with our partner's application platform to make data visible remotely by the mandates in government. The measurement is made every 5 minutes during the day and every hour in the evening and at night. According to the passive infrared motion detection by the sensor, the data without students in class will be added to the day, so the passive infrared motion detection can accurately identify the room status. Therefore, government can know the true measurements while children are in class. This tool allows you to submit your data as often as you want in an anonymous way. This is the overview of Milesight IAQ series sensor, which provides incredible performance in indoor ambience monitoring. We designed several models to meet specific ambience monitoring requirements, so you'll see a lot of similarities between these individual sensors, such as temperature, humidity, and carbon dioxide for a basic measure, but they own unique selling propositions for different markets. Rich monitoring parameters, a bigger screen, and battery optimization make the AM300 series stand out in the market. We introduced user-friendly features. I mean, the emoticon indication, traffic light indicator, and the built-in buzzer for audio alarm. So end users can easily identify if the air is polluted or not. What's the air pollution level through the emoji, or through green, or traffic colors? By the way, good, fair, or bad boundaries can be configured to your needs. Furthermore, the sensor will display a warning sound to alert you when the air pollution level gets to the highest, depending on the threshold settings. I think the emoticon, the indicator light, and the audio alarm are much easier to understand than the numbers on the screen right, because many end users have no idea about the meaning of 3,000 or 4,000 parts per million of carbon dioxide, for example. So emoticon and color are straightforward. The anti defends the sensor from malicious people. It's not easy to take it away. And one thing worth mentioning here is the historical data storage and retransmission. Maximum 18,000 data can be stored in the device, and they can't be manually deleted, and data stored within 125 days can be transmitted again even if the network is down, which guarantees the network server gets all the data in any emergencies. And the newest members, AM103 and LEAT, are the economic ambience monitoring sensors with three fundamental measures only: temperature, humidity, and carbon dioxide. And a new feature is newly added in the AM103 model for ultra-low power consumption, which is named hibernation mode. When you know you will not be using the sensor for an extended period of time, such as from 10 p.m. to 9 a.m. for office monitoring, then you can enable the hibernation mode to save more power. It uses less power than smart screen mode because data collection will automatically turn off. Next, I'd like to introduce the co-work solution that's specially designed to meet the challenges in office place, almost covers every possible concerns to common problems in an office. We're going to run through a few of the most common office and workplace frustrations. But one of the most common problems we see is that low utilization of meeting rooms and low efficiency of workplace, especially for the mobile office, shared office users, and large organizations. To understand which spaces get the most use, to know which desk or meeting rooms are available at any time is a key to increase productivity. And the restroom maintenance and cleanness also influence productivity. Besides the space occupancy, the outdated lighting system costs money, wastes energy and resources. For example, it often keeps the lights twinkling for a long time, even after the office staff have gone home. And many workplaces are still rely on papers to spread information, which waste environmental resources as well. And some other concerns like privacy protection, window and door break-in, they are also need your attention. So today, many industries rely on IoT devices to understand what their daily traffic looks like and save expenses on energy or human resources. No matter how big or small your organization, and no matter what sector you operate in, businesses across sectors use people counting, occupancy sensors, and digital signage devices to get reliable and precise data about their visitors and usage patterns. It's no secret that digital smart office solutions are the future of managing the modern office. Everything and everyone is interconnected in Milesight Office. The solution includes IoT sensors that count people, monitor meeting room occupancy, workstation occupancy, and restroom status, using time-of-flight sensors, passive infrared sensors, vision sensors, and connected to the IoT display using LoRaWAN technology. Take Milesight office building as an example. The 3D time-of-flight people counting sensor VS133 for main entrances of the building, the desk and seat sensor VS340 under desks and seats, the vision sensor VS121 on the ceiling of meeting rooms, also in order to know the washroom status while protecting users' privacy. The VS330 bathroom occupancy sensor is chosen. To streamline check-in and check-out processes, each workstation is equipped with a display DS3604. These displays show the employee's name, seat, department, and title for easy identification and improved communication among colleagues. With the sensors properly installed, and after a very easy registration process on the built-in LoRaWAN gateway of display DS7610, the counting number and occupancy data started to flow. Then, through our customized booking system, everyone in the office building can easily find an available room for a meeting, available washroom, or dining table by the real-time data displayed on the intuitive screen. Optimizing energy efficiency in workplaces is an integrated task, and that's what we are trying to achieve through the Milesight CoWork solution. Firstly, monitoring the power consumption of electrical devices is necessary. So you can install the smart portable socket, smart light controller, smart wall switch to replace the traditional equipment to record the energy consumption of electrical devices. And you can easily turn them on or off remotely according to your needs, other than making on-site operations. Energy consumption of buildings due to the behavior of their occupants is one of the most critical points in every building energy management. This is mainly because occupant behavior is difficult to characterize and control due to its uncertainty and dynamic. So we strongly suggest installing the PIR and light sensor to detect the motion of occupants. When they are far away, the light can be turned off automatically. When the brightness exceeds the threshold, an occupant can press the smart button to control the curtain for filtering sunlight, and the magnetic contact switch is also recommended to install, because one very simple and effective way to reduce energy use and waste, and at the same time save costs and protect safety, is to ensure doors and windows are closed. A complete smart restroom needs to contain the necessary hardware and software from end to end. Let's see what kind of sensors can be used for building up an IoT smart restroom solution. In order to know the status of each cubicle and 100% protect privacy, the bathroom occupancy sensor VS330 can be installed on the wall or on the ceiling in cubicle. It takes ToF and passive infrared technology to check the presence 100% anonymously. In order to know how many people are waiting, the VS121 can be deployed on the ceiling of the public areas to count people in queue outside of the restroom. In order to know how many people are served, the time of flight counting sensor VS133 can be installed on the entry, and the real-time information, such as the available restrooms, can be seen on the smart IoT display DS7610. Less time in queues, since users always know when there is an unoccupied cubicle, which guarantees that all cubicles are used more or less equally. To optimize refills, no more worries that towels will run out at the worst moment. Fill level monitoring sensor, the WS201, will send you toilet paper remaining alert timely, sending notifications when bins and small trash cans are full. Time of flight laser distance sensor EM400 TLD is the right model, detecting odor gases ammonia, hydrogen sulfide, and air temperature and humidity. Sensors GS301 can send these data to your ventilation and air conditioner to ask it to heat or cool the surroundings. The mini water leak sensor WS303 can be positioned in any location to detect water leaks, helping to prevent slip and fall accidents and potential damage to walls or other structures. An emergency button, WS101 in the restroom, is a safety feature that allows individuals to quickly seek help or alert authorities in case of emergencies or urgent situations. All of the above sensors are based on wireless deployment. They forward the data to Milesight LoRaWAN Gateway and finally make them visible in Milesight IoT Cloud or your own platform. Okay, here is another case we just achieved successfully with our Canadian partner. One of the main business of our partner is developing software to help building owners and utilities use energy more efficiently. Before coming to Milesight, they already tried wired solution and wireless solution like Zigbee, but without success because of the complicated wired implementation in the field, or much shorter communication range by Zigbee, but higher power consumption. So finally, the LoRaWAN-based solution from Milesight is proposed to reduce operating costs and improve employees' comfort. More than 4,400 units of sensors and 440 units of gateways are deployed, and 62 buildings are covered by the LoRaWAN solution. Thanks to the strong penetration capability of LoRa, just 5 units of gateways are enough to support a high building with 19 floors. More than 12 months passed by, but the sensor's battery health dropped 3% only. Almost no maintenance cost arisen. Building operators can remotely turn on and turn off the devices through WS523 smart portable sockets based on the recommendations, thus optimizing and reducing energy consumption. Also, when receiving IAQ alerts, operators can control the HVAC system remotely to provide improved ventilation. The solution has greatly improved the energy efficiency of buildings and saved hundreds of thousands of Canadian dollars every year. In this solution, you can see more different sensors are deployed. For example, the smart lighting control, WS500 and WS156, are installed in meeting rooms and public areas. The Smart Scene panel allows users to customize multiple scenes and quickly switch between them through buttons. Occupancy monitoring. In meeting rooms, VS121 is used for people counting, which also supports Milesight device-to-device communication to trigger automatic activation of lights and air conditioning. For energy consumption monitoring, WS520 is deployed in office and recreational areas for remote control of electrical devices and real-time monitoring of power consumption data. For data collection, the UC300 controller upgrades traditional curtains to wireless smart curtains through RS485 interface. The serial port is also connected to electricity meters for monitoring of power consumption. And this is another energy-saving case happened in a university in China. Through the smart lighting control system, operators can turn the lights off remotely. In this project, about 380 Milesight LoRaWAN wall switches were deployed. The data collected by the switches are reported to the third-party cloud platform via Milesight UG65 LoRaWAN gateways for data visualization and analysis. So the users could get actionable insights from the platform and make reactions through remote centralized control, zone control, timing, delay control, and so on, which realizes the intelligent lighting control and effective energy management of the whole teaching building. Here is the co-work and occupancy series to sense the office environment comprehensively through these 14 models. They covered the occupants from space occupancy, power consumption, the lighting control, the noisy sounds, security, and many more. The difference between the VS121 and VS133 is the adopted technology. VS121 uses the vision camera technology to count people in customized regions, so it's mostly used in retail applications and meeting rooms. VS133 uses the time of flight technology, which is 100% anonymous counting. The VS330 is ideal for restroom occupancy detection, and the VS340 series are specially designed for desk and seat occupancy monitoring. Except the smart fill level sensor for toilet paper remaining alerts, all the other units are capable of supporting Milesight D2D protocol that means almost no latency in communication. The DS7610 supports third-party Android applications, allowing users to install applications as needed, such as meeting room booking systems, visitor appointment systems, smart restroom management systems, and more. And the DS3604 can be used in Office Cubicle Station to display the occupant's name, title, and seat number, or used in an iPhone store or museum to show the basic information of a product. And the next scenario we're going to discuss is the smart building. It's nothing new. As buildings are getting smarter for the last 40 years through the development of building management systems. But generally, building management systems are hardwired. When you want to update them or modify them, you may face some challenges. For example, it's expensive to install, hard to expand the coverage, even harder to add new functionalities, like the monitoring of air, personal safety, room usage, something like that. But luckily, the wireless technology comes around at the right time to figure out ways to make the retrofitting cost effective and easy. In particular, LoRa technology allows placing battery-powered devices almost anywhere in the building, and due to its ability to transmit through thick walls and penetrate concrete and metal, it's ideally suited for building use cases, combined with the cloud-based computing for data analytics and machine learning. Those all contributed to the construction of the smart building. One of the earliest protocols used was something called BACnet, which primarily around the HVAC industry, but now has been extended to other application scenarios like lighting and security. There are really two different approaches to integrate LoRa into your existing environment. The picture in the above of the slide, that is the first approach, BACnet over LoRaWAN. Then LoRaWAN serves as the data channel to the control applications. It's very easy to implement as no changes to the BACnet protocol network or BACnet-enabled devices. The second approach is to deploy LoRaWAN as a complementary network, focusing on integration with the building management system. The interesting case I'd like to share is the trash water leak management in a residential building. Our end user is a property management company in Hong Kong. They were facing numerous problems while collecting waste, like continuous checking of trash bin status to remove all waste at certain time regardless of empty or full. Common areas, waste bins, garbage rooms within that residential building must be cleaned, but water leaks from a broken faucet or from a leaky pipe will be a big deal when water seeps into an elevator pit or spread to tenants. So our solution is quickly estimated. It includes the spot water leak detection sensor, smart bin sensor, and indoor LoRaWAN gateway. Sensors generate and send the warning messages to the cleaning staff via the Milesight IoT cloud on mobile app when the waste bin is full or almost full, so the garbage can be collected immediately. The LoRaWAN gateway is lying on a shelf at a higher position to provide signal coverage widely. We found a single gateway could maintain acceptable signal strength placed for every 3 or 4 stories in a building. Besides the residential building, our solutions are widely adopted in hospitals and healthcare centers. For example, in Australia, EM300 temperature and humidity sensors and gateways are installed to monitor medicines in refrigerators. With Milesight IoT Solutions, health centers and clinics in Spain can implement various smart features to enhance their operations and improve patient care. For example, the 4-in-1 and 7-in-1 sensors are installed in rooms, waiting areas to know the air quality. The ultrasonic distance and level sensors are installed in the fuel tank to measure the remaining level, since oil are sometimes run outage. Installed temperature and humidity sensors to monitor the temperature in fridges where medicines and vaccines are stored. The portable socket WS523 are installed to monitor the consumption of electric radiators. The light controller WS558 are installed to control illumination in the shared areas. And you may find temperature monitoring is mandatory in every hospital. So in Singapore, 89 units of EM300 temperature sensors and several EM500 PT100 sensors are helping users to obtain temperature data and export it to the application without the need for manual recording. The data store capacity and retransmission feature embedded in our sensors can make sure all the data are not lost, even if the network is down occasionally. Managers from a hospital in Turkey install the same temperature sensors for their refrigerators and cold storage. Besides, several ultrasonic distance and level sensors are positioned to monitor waste liquid levels in the tank. Let's check the EM300 and EM400 and GS gas series quickly. They have been widely used in smart building applications by worldwide customers. Since EM300TH and EM310 Tilt are good enough to satisfy most applications, but for some specific applications, we need a higher waterproof rating, more accurate detection, and more robust enclosure box, so the upgraded EM320 series came out. And here are the water leak detection sensor, pulse counter, magnetic contact switch sensor, ultrasonic distance and level measurement sensors. Milesight EM400 series, our versatile and powerful distance and level measuring sensor series, is now offered in both NB-IoT and LoRaWAN versions. Their applications are much various. 400 time of flight laser distance has almost no blind spots, so it's suitable for small trash containers monitoring. And the multifunctional ultrasonic distance sensor has 3 centimeters blind spots, so it's suitable for medium or large trash containers or parking slots monitoring. And the ultrasonic distance sensor is very professional in flood monitoring, tank monitoring, and snow level monitoring. Site, we provide 2 gas sensors to detect toxic gases. Milesight GS101 is a LoRaWAN-based residential gas detector that allows you to detect methane leakage in houses, apartments, hotels, etc. And the bathroom odor detector GS301, as we just introduced. It's a 4-in-1 sensor for humidity, temperature, ammonia, and hydrogen sulfide detection. There are a lot of IoT use cases in the agriculture industry because the traditional farming strategies are usually based on time or experience, and operators have to spend a lot of time and energy on the complicated wiring installation, or the interoperability between equipment from different vendors, then Milesight IoT smart agriculture products are designed to help them. Due to a lack of innovative solutions and lack of POC, especially in the agriculture sector, our customer from Mauritius contacted Milesight to inquire about the agriculture solutions, building up a non-invasive solution to maintain the ongoing greenhouse in production, then collecting all the data from LoRa endpoints and scheduling in Milesight IoT cloud platform. Then the solution gives you peace of mind. For example, if the greenhouse temperature is above 30 degrees Celsius and the luminosity of the sun is above 50,000 lux, then a command will be triggered to close the internal shading of the greenhouse through the controllers where fans and motors are connected. The EM500 is composed of 7 models covering almost every aspect in the agriculture field, such as the soil, light, and weather conditions. And the main difference between the standard and the Pro version lies in the material of the sensor station, the installation kit, as well as the measurement accuracy and range. TS101 insertion temperature sensor has the food-grade enclosure and probe, suitable for tobacco stack, hay, and compost temperature monitoring. Milesight AT101 is an outdoor tracker that combines GNSS and Wi-Fi access point MAC address scanning technologies to deliver highly accurate positioning data. It is equipped with tilt and temperature sensors, enabling extensive data collection and versatile application in various scenarios, such as the livestock farming, cars in construction sites, warehouse, and so on. Now I'm going to jump in the last application, smart city. There are many challenges facing our city, such as energy management, pollution control, infrastructure efficiency, disaster prevention. Milesight delivers a smart environmental monitoring system for cockroach infestation prediction in a citywide sewer network in Spain. During the first phase, the Milesight EM300 temperature and humidity sensor and EM500 carbon dioxide sensors are deployed in different zones to collect various data over 4 months, bringing real-time flood monitoring system to fingertips with Milesight solutions in Austria. The location is too remote and difficult to reach to maintain effective management for people, especially in wintertime. So our customer installed several ultrasonic distance and level sensors and submersible water level sensors next to the dam to measure the upstream and downstream water level every 10 minutes. After connected to an existing solar panel and an external cellular antenna, Milesight LoRaWAN gateways are powered to provide stable signal coverage. Through the TTN network server, the collected data finally reaches the customer's platform for further analysis